Classic Hits, 89.5 The Drive, Blink 182, Small Things. Good morning, it is 8:10 with the Breakfast Club. It's Glenn, it's Sadie, 1 degree right now in Chilliwack. And joining us in the studio from the Chilliwack Players Guild this morning, we have Ed Stone with us today. Ed, welcome.
Thank you very much.
How are you?
I'm great, yeah. It's nice to be here.
We're missing Deb Archer, but she may show up.
Yeah, she might come banging on the door in a minute.
So this is the Players Guild's very first attempt at a radio play, correct?
That's correct, yeah. I mean,
and apparently the sets are fantastic. Like it's going to be a visual spectacle.
Well, it's not actually. We're hoping it'll be a sound spectacle.
Right,
Absolutely.
Theater of the mind, as it were.
Yeah.
Well, give us a little history on the play that you're going to be doing.
Well,
because it does have a fascinating history that's tied closely to you.
That's correct. Well, more so to my father.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. My father was a well-known crime novelist and also BBC radio play producer and writer. And he wrote 9 plays for BBC. And he'd written 7 books which had been published.
Wow.
When I was looking at my family tree, I joined the Sardis genealogy group and to find out more. And during the process, I started adding all my family tree links.
Sure, yeah.
And I was looking for my father's birth certificate one day to add to the information I had on him. And I found a couple of old manuscripts at the bottom of a big box full of stuff.
Oh.
One was a book which I found out he'd never had published. And I assumed it'd been published much earlier, but in fact didn't get published until I finished it a year ago.
Very cool.
Yeah, so it's kind of posthumously in his memory.
Yeah.
And the radio play, An Affair of Honor, I found that too, and I bumped into Astrid, who's our current president for Chilliwack Players Guild, and she said, "Oh, you've got one of those plays. Can we have a look at it and maybe try it out?" So that's how we're here.
Wow, that's very good. And this is just a one-off show that you're doing.
It's a one-off show on Saturday morning. Well, it's actually Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock. We have no idea how many folks are going to be joining.
Are you in it?
I am actually, yeah.
Is this your first time doing this sort of thing?
It is.
Wow.
Good for you, carrying on Dad's legacy.
Well, that's kind of the way it was. I mean, that was the idea behind it all. And, I'm quite excited about it, really. A little bit, emotional, because the last time this play was heard was on BBC Radio in 1953.
Wow, and there's no original recording.
No recordings. BBC did all their shows live.
Yeah.
So, An Affair of Honor, your dad wrote it, based loosely on true crime events. What is it about?
The event is Lola Montez, who was a very famous Irish dancer, actress, all-round, one of those ladies.
Right.
And she ended up in Paris in 1844, and she had a number of affairs, but one of the people that she was living with was a fellow called Desjariers, who owned the local press. And during this process, to cut to the quick, he and this other guy had a falling out, and they ended up having a duel. And unfortunately, Desjariers got shot and killed.
So now when somebody comes to the play tonight, because this is a radio play, what are they going to see on stage exactly?
I'm not 100% sure. I think there's about 13 of us that have got places on the play. I'm going to be the narrator, and we're supposedly going to wear black clothes, and then I think we're going to have a black background. We're going to sit on a long table, like we were having a medieval feast or something.
Less food and more script, though.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we hope so anyway. There might be tomatoes and stuff being thrown at us. We don't know yet. But.
Well, what a fantastic idea. This should be a lot of fun. It's very inexpensive, too, because it's kind of a test run.
Yes, absolutely. If it works out, we might do another one. You never know.
So tickets are $10. Students, everybody, $10. It says $10 for everyone. They actually split it up, but it's just a straight $10 ticket fee, which you can get through the ChilliwackCulturalCenter.ca. And I would imagine they'll have tickets available at the door as well.
Yes, they will. Well, we're assuming that quite a few people will show up at the door.
Yeah, excellent. Well, good luck with this radio play, Ed. That's fantastic.
Thank you very much.
I hope it goes well for you guys.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
All right, don't miss that. An Affair of Honor radio play this Saturday from 1 to 2:30 at the Chilliwack Cultural Center.